Good morning, Hank. It's Wednesday, and as you can see, puff levels are a little bit high today. Yes, I got a haircut. That's not the important part. The important part is that I am back at school. Ta-da! Dorm room. It's actually kind of exciting because last year I was in a forced triple, which could have been really awful, but I loved both of my roommates, so it was fine. But this year I have space. I have space to put up posters. Doctor Who poster for the win. Nerdfighters. So the whole being back at college thing is, you know, I kind of have mixed feelings about it. Especially when I was back at home and I was like, the summer can't be over already. I don't understand how this has happened. But I suppose the best way to explain it is that I felt like both the 10th Doctor and the 11th Doctor at once. Like, half of me was going, I don't want to go! And the other half of me was shouting Geronimo at the top of my lungs. It's just the way it is. So this year I'm living in the substance-free dorm, which is awesome. Because it's substance-free, there's a much smaller chance that someone is going to throw up in the bathroom, which is really good. It's also kind of like nerd haven, which is really cool. My friend Sarah, she lives across the hall from me. She has a YouTube channel with her roommate Christina. I will put a link to that in the thing. So, Nerd Haven, woohoo! Nerdfighters. Speaking of Nerdfighters, I know of at least 3 other Nerdfighters on campus. If you are in ITHACA and you are a Nerdfighter, Sarah and I have this sort of plot that we're going to gather the ITHACA Nerdfighters, and we are going to attempt to lure John Green to ITHACA, because ITHACA has this program called Distinguished Visiting Writers, where they get, you know, novelists and short story writers and essayists to come and read from their work and, you know, answer questions from students and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But I think the program is maybe 5 years old at this point, and they have never had a young adult writer. I write young adult, Sarah writes young adult, lots of people that I know at Ithaca write young adult. So we want John Green to come. Can't hurt to ask, right? Right? Also, on that vein, happy birthday, John! DFTBA! Speaking of Nerdfighters, I've been watching a lot of Lord of the Rings lately. I haven't, like, really sat down and paid a lot of attention to it in a while. Last year my roommates and I would put the movie on sort of for background noise, because we know the movie so well it didn't really matter if we watched it, like, intently or not. But I've actually, you know, sat down and watched a couple of them lately, and I've, you know, been reminded about why they're so amazing. And I'm kind of wondering, where are all of the Lord of the Rings Nerdfighters? You know, there's Doctor Who Nerdfighters, and which is amazing, and Hitchhiker's Guide Nerdfighters, and, you know, all that kind of a thing. Lord of the Rings Nerdfighters, where are you? We need some fantasy nerds out here, come on. Okay, I gotta go see my math professor, even though I haven't even had class yet, because I gotta go ask him how to do stuff. Math and I don't get along at all. So yeah.